Hey guys, how's it going? Wooxie Gaming here, and today I wanted to talk about what has changed in the game so far from Season 8 to Season 9 and some of the upcoming features that are being added. So the first phase of the beta testing was largely focused on rebalancing every item in the game to reduce damage being done by players and to add resist to items. So for example, some of the changes included removal and drastically reducing the plus talents on most items. So when you used to be able to get like 20 something plus talents, that's not doable anymore. You can only usually get between like 3 to 7. We also increased the base damage on a lot of weapons quite significantly. The reason why we did this is because we removed a lot of percentage base damage on the gear itself. So when you're playing on Season 8, you might see like poison percent on poison items. That's no longer the case. We have isolated all of the percentile damage sources to the amulet, the weapon, and the belt. A large reason for this was that player damage was just far too out of line, where there were some classes that were stuck at like 400 wormhole, where there was other classes that were, as you guys know, easily passing 1,000. Um, and it just made the game too crazy. You know, it made Inferno content pretty much something that players can steamroll. It made Uber Reaper a joke, it made Uber Damien a joke. So reducing player damage allows us to focus more on core aspects of the game. So like balancing classes, working on avoidance and mitigation, working on monster damage and monster mitigation. So we're now able to see a lot of those problems where we weren't able to see those before. So far, so far the first phase of the beta has been a huge success and it's mostly completed. We're changing a couple items here and there every once in a while, but for the most part, we're pretty much done with the items. We've rebalanced every single item in the game, and they feel really on point. So pretty proud about that. But this allows us to focus on our next phase of the beta. So the next things we're focusing on are currently the classes and their abilities. So we're working on increasing or decreasing damage values on abilities where it is needed and like reworking the skills to be more fluid. For example, like Pirate's Torrent, um, it now shoots out 3 torrents and it shoots it much farther than they used to be able to, so it can be used as a really strong single target ability and it helps the pirate out quite a bit. And how we also changed like Marksman's landmine ability, where you used to just throw out one landmine, which didn't really do too much, but now you throw out 8 of them and they do a lot more damage and they stun, so it's really good to have. So we're working on a lot of things like that. We're also going to be working on balancing a lot of the set bonuses. So far we've balanced the white mage set bonus to heal at a double the current rate that it is. So if you check on season 8, I think it heals every half second. Now it's healing every quarter of a second. So you're doing a lot more chain lightning spams, and that's a really awesome thing for the white mage. And with that said, we also changed the white mage healing ring, or whatever the little healing thing that follows you with the set bonus. That's going to be there at all times, whether you have the set bonus or not. So that's another really cool change. Um, Another set bonus we've changed so far is the redneck set. Instead of just throwing out one fire tire, you throw out 3, so it allows your clear speed to be more consistent and allows your stunning ability or knockback ability to be a lot better too. So, and another really cool thing about the rework we've done so far is that the Viking can now dual wield. So, he can hold 2 one-handed weapons, and that brings a lot of variety to what type of builds you can play with him. The one I have on the beta right now that I'm messing around with is a max crit, max block, um, max CDR build. So that's pretty cool. So over the course of phase 2, we'll just be going over each class and their abilities to make sure that everybody feels really fun to play and feels fluid. Some other cool features we added in the beta as well are the new item slots. So there are three new item slots. There's a ring, a belt, and a potion. Each slot comes with a bunch of new satanic options for every class, so they feel really good on building a really perfect character. For example, there's a flask that gives you crit chance, so now it makes it so you can swap out a crit item for a tank item or for more physical damage or something like that. So that way you can build your character to being a little more how you want it to be, whether you want it to be more tanky or more glass cannon or however you want it. There's just more variety, so that's a great thing. Um, we have also added resists for every element besides wind damage. I'm not sure if they're going to add that or not, but that does mean that you need to cap out 90% resist on every single resist to meet the minimum 60%. Now, what I mean by that is that you gain or you have a static 30% or negative 30% resists across the board, so you need to cap those as well with the 60% cap, so you need a total of 90% to cap that out. Another cool feature we added was we changed the black market auction house thing so that you can no longer get boss items from it any longer, but you can now get boss items from running Uber Reaper and Uber Damien, which I know most people don't know Uber Damien even exists, but that's something you'll be able to run and hopefully enjoy in the next season. So overall, there's a lot of exciting new changes planned and upcoming for Season 9. And if you have any time to play Hero Siege on the PC, you should definitely come join us on the open beta. Because every feedback we get helps, every bug report, anything like that, it just makes Season 9 that much more smooth and enjoyable. So with that, I'm going to go ahead and end the video here. Thanks everyone for watching. If you enjoyed the video, please feel free to subscribe. And I will be putting out another video hopefully in the next week or two. I'm wanting to start doing class builds. I'm just waiting on a couple things to be changed in the beta before I really can start rolling those out. So hopefully within the next 1 to 2 weeks, I can start rolling out a lot of the class builds for Season 9. So hopefully you guys look forward to that, and I'll see you next time.